We're joined this noon with our Marsh dietitian, Mary Snell, who is having some good suggestions about healthy substitutes for some of our traditional holiday favorite recipes.
Definitely. I cooked some pumpkin bread the other day, and I made a couple tweaks. And Anne-Marie, some of these, nobody's even going to notice the difference. The first thing you can do very easily is substitute the white whole wheat flour for all-purpose flour. What this is going to do actually is not really reduce calories or fat, but it's going to really give it a boost of fiber, and that's a nutrient we all need in our diets.
Okay, and you don't think it affects the taste at all?
It doesn't affect the taste at all. No one's going to notice the difference at all. The next thing I did with sugar, and sugar is really a common ingredient for many baked goods, and you have two choices actually with the sugar content of a recipe. You can reduce the sugar by about 25% and not affect the texture or the flavor at all. So if your recipe calls for a cup, you can reduce it to a 3/4 of a cup and no one will actually notice the difference. The other option that I like, Anne-Marie, is a new product out on the market, this baking blend. It does have sugar in it, but it also has the new plant-based sweetener called stevia. A lot of consumers are really trying to get away from artificial sweeteners, and this one, for instance, half a cup of this equals a cup of sugar. And take note of the calories. There's 170 calories in half a cup of this, over 750 in a cup of sugar.
Wow.
Really. And you can significantly decrease the calories by using a baking blend like that.
Okay, great. Well, definitely look for that. All right, what's your next idea here?
The next thing, yes,
butter.
It does butter. Butter is a basic ingredient in a lot of baked goods and has a lot of fat grams, a lot of calories. Two options you can do here. Greek yogurt, which seems to be the answer to a lot of our problems.
Very popular.
Very popular. You can reduce the amount of butter by half. So you can use half a cup of Greek yogurt and half a cup of butter for that full cup that's recommended in the recipe, for instance.
Wow.
Now another option is you can also use just plain olive oil and reduce the amount by about 25%. I would recommend using just a pure olive oil, not the extra virgin, because you don't want the flavor of olive oil coming through in sort of like
That's
a
what I was wondering
bread.
first, like a sweet dish.
Yes, just a pure olive oil, which is a very bland flavor, so you can use either the Greek yogurt or the pure olive oil.
Okay, and this one I find very interesting for vegans. I would have never have thought of this.
This is actually those. Again, a lot of customers are trying to get away from animal-based products, and many recipes call for eggs, and you can substitute 1/4 cup of pureed pumpkin for every egg called for in the recipe. And so with these different swaps, you can really reduce the fat grams, the calories, you can increase the fiber content, and really walk away feeling good about some of the baked goods that we offer during the holidays.
All right, well, that is part of the holiday tradition. Some really great tips.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're
Mary
very
Snell,
welcome.
our dietitian from Marsh.